Hi, I'm Adam, and I just wanted to make a quick video today to help explain to you how to organize research. So I'm sure that you already have a pretty good process for how to organize research. And from what I've found during my career, writing blog posts, being a student, um, being a creator, that there's different types of ways to organize research, and it's best to be able to apply those tactics to different types of projects. So my goal with this video is to help explain to you how to organize research with a couple of new tactics you may not have heard of. And the idea is that you can potentially save some time across your workflow without having to alter your research process, because if something's working for you, there's no reason to really change it too much. But I'm hoping that what I'll explain to you today will help you. So there's actually 4 different tactics that I wanted to cover with you that I've been using over the past year, almost every single day, to help organize research. And yeah, let's just dive into the video. So what you're seeing here is actually a dashboard of research. All of these projects are related to my research, and there's a lot of different ones. So I'm planning on there's too many to cover in a single video. That's why I'm planning on splitting up this video into, or this concept, this entire, series on research best practices into a couple of videos. So if you're interested in a specific type of research or have specific questions, definitely let me know in the comments what type of video you would want me to make, and I'm happy to go ahead and make that for you. Just let me know. And also, if you have any questions let me know in the comments, and I'll be going through and answering all of them as quickly as I possibly can. But yeah, what you're looking at here is my actual hub, or my dashboard of hubs for all of my research. So you can see here YouTube SEO, market research, information about security, which is like a development thing for code, legal, market penetration research, so skyscraper content research, which is about SEO as well, knowledge management research. There's a lot of different research I'm doing. That's just the type of person I am. I'm always researching, and I'm always gathering content, docs, links. People send me stuff all the time. So this platform, Kahana, helps me do all of that in one place. As you can see, there's only one window open here. So I'm not opening up links one by one. I'm not having a bunch of different cluttered files on my desktop while I'm researching. This allows me to do everything in one place and see all of my docs in one place. So it solves a problem that I've had for a long time, which is dealing with floating doc chaos. That's where you have so much information and materials just splattered onto your desktop, and it's hard to even start doing anything because you have to minimize windows and kind of scrunch them into places. So that is getting into the first of the 4 things I wanted to cover, which is upload your research to Kahana. So what that does, that's the first thing I would recommend. If you don't do it already, I would upload your stuff to Kahana, because you can just have all of your documents in your upload section, and then you can just simply drag and drop them into any hub. So this is just providing it's like a matrix. It's just all of your docs and all of anything. It could be videos, docs, links, tabs, everything can go into here, and you can just make as many hubs as you want about them. So I'll just give you an example, which is this hub. So in here, I've actually organized all of my potential research and all of the content at the very top of my research funnel for this YouTube SEO project on the topic of creativity. And here on the left side, you can see there's just a lot of documents, and each one of these things is a specific content screenshot that's going to inspire the channel. So some of them are kind of fun. And the reason I have this here is to give designers, animators, anyone I'm collaborating with on this channel an understanding of the type of ethos that will be presented. Then there's just way more than that. So I'm going to close this folder just so you can see it better. And there's keyword research too. So this is a big list of keywords that's a text file that I uploaded. And there's also screenshots from a platform that I use called vidIQ to conduct research on search volume and competition for these specific keywords. So if you go down, you'll see creative entrepreneur, creative entrepreneurship, startup community, how to start a creative business, writing motivation. There's different themed keywords that I did research on, and I organized them all into Kahana. I uploaded them into this platform, and then I created subfolders. So that's the second thing that I wanted to recommend to you, is that if you don't already, you can do subfolders. And when you're aggregating so much research, it's a best practice to kind of make sure that they're organized into subfolders. It's like one step, that you probably should do, because otherwise all of your research gets disjointed on one layer. So creating layers of subfolders will help you stay a little bit more specific. And you can go overboard with subfolders too. I think when you have too many branches, it's just impossible to kind of find exactly what material you're looking for. But at least having one layer of subfolders, and you can do that within this hub, that helps. It helps other people be able to find what you're looking for. So clearly these are doodles and cartoons, and you can open them up and look at them. Clearly this is audience research and it has to do with keywords. So that's my second tip. The third tip is actually, you're looking at it. These look like hyperlinks, but they're actually unique to Kahana. They're called smart links. So smart links is a new feature that actually solves a problem that I have had for so long, which is I would always have all of my content up on my desktop and kind of scrunch it together. And I would have a difficult time pulling up the context that I would need right when I needed it. So for example, when I was studying on engineering and doing research in college, whenever I would write a paper, I would have at least 20 docs, probably more, opened up on my screen, and there would potentially be like multiple Google Doc tabs. It was a mess. It was just a lot of tabs open. And whenever I needed to actually reference something for the paper I was writing, I would kind of like minimize it in the bottom corner of my screen, then pull it up. But even the time it takes to kind of find that and then search for the right text inside of it is annoying and frustrating. I would just get out of the rhythm I was in. So these smart links are things that you can create by essentially connecting the text that you have on your draft side to the content that you've uploaded already. So you can attach it to the content that you've uploaded in general. You can attach it to the content that are in subfolders. And as you can see, whenever I open these, they're just popping up, these screenshots that I did. So when I'm clicking the smart link about publishing a book on Amazon, boom, you're just going to see the data that went into the keyword for publishing a book on Amazon. And it's not that difficult to figure out. So this helps you save a lot of time, like combing through all of your context and being able to have your citations just right in front of your face whenever you need it, but not when you don't need it. So it's reducing clutter all the time, but it's also saving time whenever you're referencing. And then it also really helps anybody who you're sharing this research with. So I am working with multiple people on this project, and all I do is copy this single shareable link, and I just, boom, I paste it in a Slack, put it in emails, and they're able to just see exactly what you're seeing. So it's easy for them to just open up these links and see, oh yeah, he's not making stuff up about these keywords. There's real data here. And instead of having to go back and forth with people on your research team about the content, it's easy for them to see, okay, this is what is actually going into this. So yeah, that's my third tip, would be where possible and where it makes sense, creating smart links between your content that you generate and the snippets of information that inspire it. That really helps. So I do this all across my research process. And that brings me to the fourth tip that I would recommend, which is once you've gathered a lot of this research and you've organized it into subfolders, you've smart linked, it can help to take one more step, which would be adding metadata and tags, because that's going to help you invest into the long-term viability of your knowledge base. So this is something that I'm doing on an ongoing basis, and I've already begun doing that. But I can always do more. So for example, all I did was open up the information about this hub on market research, and there's an area here to add metadata. So I'm going to add in the metadata for keywords. I'm going to add in the metadata for marketing, and I'll add in SEO because that's essentially the contents of this hub, and I'll save that. And so that was added. And I'm going to go into this hub as well and add in some individual metadata and tags to specific resources here. So I'm not going to go through and do this for every single one because that would just waste your time, but I'll show you it for a couple. So here there are no metadata tags or anything related to company research tools. So I'll just say here SEO, keyword, and growth sprints, because that's actually the project that identified these keywords in the first place. And I'll do this for another one. So I'll say SEO, keywords, growth sprints. Great, and I'll save it. And whenever you use the search bar in Kahana and you type in the tag that you used, you'll see that the actual resources you tagged and the hubs that have that tag will show up. So this allows you to really find things super easily. So you never have to even remember the actual file name, that you're searching for. Because I know when you're uploading screenshots and different files, it's kind of impossible to remember exactly what file name you used. So if you're using tags and just going through, spending a little bit of time optimizing your knowledge base with that, you can really make it easier for yourself in the long run whenever you're organizing research, because then you don't even have to remember stuff. You can just use the tags and be able to find stuff really quickly and share it really quickly with other people. So those are the 4 things I wanted to cover in this video. There's so much more to organizing research and how to do it that I want to cover in my next video. So if you have recommendations for what you want to see, definitely let me know in the comments. If you have questions that I didn't cover, let me know in the comments and I'll get right to you. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope that you can save some time across your research process and do it in a way where it's not frustrating and that you're actually really enjoying what you're researching. So if you're curious about getting started with Kahana, I've included the link to this in the description. It's a free platform that you can use and it's always going to be free. You don't even need to use any payment info to get it. It's actually free. It's not one of those free trials. It's just completely free forever. So there's really no reason why you couldn't use it for your research if you think that it would help. And if you're curious about learning more about the next videos, I hope that you would subscribe to this channel. We're just getting started and we're going to be posting a lot of content as we move forward. So, there will be an opportunity to learn tips and tactics, best practices for research, and we'll be doing this all the time. So, if you are interested in that, definitely go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day and I'll see you later.